everybody, welcome to episode 2 of the Wisconsin Beer Bracket here on Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And we are joined by...
Jenny.
Who you all know, the wonderful Jenny. So, we are here to dive into our wheat/German beer bracket. We just completed our sour bracket. Check that video out right before this one if you haven't seen it yet. But we are cruising along at this point. So we are going to dive right into these things. So the first 2 breweries we have going head-to-head here in Wisconsin are Explorium's Brewpub. So we've got an Oktoberfest from them versus Potosi's... What do we got?
Grapefruit Hefeweizen.
Grapefruit Hefeweizen.
It's called Rosa Steifel?
Rosa Steifel, which is actually...
Steifel?
Sure.
Might be Steifel. I don't know. So starting off, again, we've got the Oktoberfest here from Explorium, and we've got the Potosi Pink Boot Society sponsored Grapefruit Hefeweizen. So let's get a little nose on the Oktoberfest from Explorium. Not quite the nose I expect from an Oktoberfest.
I'm getting a weird spice.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just me. You expect normally to get an Oktoberfest, expect to have that malty, kind of a little bit sweet and everything. And I'm not getting a lot of maltiness here.
Right,
but...
that's what I was expecting. And
it almost smells like one of those like Christmas spice beers.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm getting a little bit of a malt character. I mean, look how dark this
Yeah,
is.
no, it's definitely...
It's the
It
right
smells
color.
Sweet, just...
Smells very sweet. I think that's more
spices
what I'm
in
getting.
it.
Like a dark, kind of like a burnt caramel toffee
Yeah.
kind of sweetness to it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Well, let's check it out.
Cheers.
Oktoberfest from Explorium. Doesn't quite have that Oktoberfest maltiness that I want out of it.
It's kind of... It has a very thin mouthfeel to me.
That's fair. I think that's valid.
You know, and I maybe it's something I'm picking up, and kind of what you said now, like, I am picking up kind of like that Christmas spice, more taste than Oktoberfest. The maltiness really isn't there. You don't really have that, like, caramel toffee sweetness that you kind of want out of it. It's drinkable. It's good. I just think it, personally, I don't know if it really hits the mark of an Oktoberfest.
It has good flavor, but it doesn't really have the body.
I'm almost tasting hops. Like, I almost wonder if that spice is like a little bit of extra
Could
hop
be.
character
That
in
could
there.
be.
It's okay. Not my favorite Oktoberfest I've ever had.
No.
Yeah.
Which will make this round a little interesting,
Yeah.
I think. So, without making any early judgments, let's check out what Potosi's offering us here in the Grapefruit Hefeweizen.
Oh.
Ooh, this smells good.
Very grapefruit.
Yeah, and it's just pure grapefruit. That's all I'm getting. Smells, I mean, not that it's a smell, but it smells like it's going to be refreshing.
It does.
I smell some banana and clove. Like, it doesn't
Oh,
smell
yeah.
like pure grapefruit like the Paloma did. Like,
Yeah.
it has some
Yeah.
of that sweetness, too.
There's a bit of that traditional Hefeweizen, like clove character to it. I'm not getting banana, but I definitely see what you're smelling on the nose along with
I'm
the...
getting a ton of banana.
I'm getting a little
Really?
banana. The grapefruit's really,
Wow, actually-
grapefruit's the star, but you get that banana kind of through it.
Actually, now that you say that, I'm almost kind of getting that, like... What are those, like, runts?
Banana
like
runts?
The banana,
Oh, yeah.
like the
Or
banana...
the Laffy Taffies.
Yeah,
you mean
almost...
you mean the best runt?
Is that the best runt?
Easily. And the best Laffy Taffy.
Okay, well, we'll agree to disagree on that one. Let's give this thing a shot.
Right.
Cheers.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I like it.
It's really good,
It's
actually.
tasty.
I don't like grapefruit. It's not a fruit or taste I like. This with the kind of banana behind it and that slight clove. It's not the cloves aren't really prevalent, but the banana is there. Kind of evens everything out. It doesn't give it that like tartness that you normally get with the grapefruit.
Yeah, it's very balanced.
I actually like this more than I thought I was going to, primarily because I feel like the grapefruit on it is tamer than I was expecting.
I almost wish there was a little more grapefruit,
Yeah.
but I'm not mad at this.
Went down the wrong pipe there.
Yeah.
So no, I actually I appreciate the fact you might like grapefruit a little bit more. I actually like the fact that it's a little bit closer to a traditional hef with a little bit of that grapefruit spiciness in it.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty good hef.
It's really good. It's tasty. It's refreshing, but not like it's not so watered down or citrusy like you get sometimes. Like it's just refreshing, but it's kind of full body too.
Yeah.
Let's go through it. I think we know, but Jen,
Jen?
This one for sure.
Potosi, yeah.
Potosi wins it.
Clean sweep.
All right, so we've got the first winner here in our bracket. We are on to the second half of the bracket. What do we got?
So moving on, the first one we got is from Wisconsin Brewing Company, which is
What?
What did I say?
Wisconsin?
Yeah, I said that really bad.
You do live here.
Wisconsin Brewing Company. This is their Mybach, which I'm excited about. I'm a big Bach fan, so I was actually kind of glad we got this one in here. And it's up against from Fox River Brewing, which is up in Appleton. This is the Bobber, and it's a pineapple wheat ale. So another one that sounds real good. I kind of like the way we did this. We have really a German beer versus more traditional wheat. I think we did that kind of well. Yeah. Let's get a little nose on the Mybach.
Nose on the Mybach. Definitely a German beer character to the nose for sure.
You got that maltiness that's in there.
I'm having war flashbacks to my German beer calendar from a month and a half ago.
But wasn't that one of the best beers?
The Weizenbach was.
Oh, that's what it was.
But this should be decent. I like Mybach.
No, the Mybach, it's got that nice maltiness, kind of what you expect, a little bit of Oktoberfest, that kind of like, more like sweet caramel.
It's got a more traditional nose than
Yeah.
Explorium's Oktoberfest did, for sure.
No, like adjunct type smells at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a straight Mybach, so it's, I can get a lot, but yeah.
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh.
I mean, it's good.
tasty.
Yeah, it's Cedar Point. There's no fluff. There's nothing really added to this. It is a traditional Mybach, and they hit the mark, and that's all you really ask
It's
for.
really good. Definitely that malty sweetness, almost that caramel, like a little bit of toffee almost, a little bit towards that direction.
Yeah.
Sweetness to it. It's a solid German beer.
Yeah.
Really drinkable.
Yeah, I really liked it. And yeah. Okay.
And if you hear the peanut gallery, we have a whole bunch of people cheering us on, so enjoy the background
We have
noise.
Molly and Amber playing with our almost 1.5-year-old daughter, if you hear the screeches.
All right.
So moving on now, we got the Fox River Bobber, which is the pineapple wheat ale. So we'll get a little nose on this. You guys in there?
Thank you.
Ooh, pineapple.
Yeah.
You'd expect that based on the description,
But it's like all pineapple, which I love pineapple.
yeah,
So
big time
I'm a fan.
pineapple nose.
Especially on
this.
pizza.
No.
No.
It smells really good. I mean, it's pretty much it's pineapple with maybe a little bit of wheat characteristic behind it. I mean, that sounds lame to say when that's the description of the beer, but that's what it is.
What it is.
When you hit the description, I mean, well done. That's a compliment to the beer, I think.
Yep.
All right, let's
Give it a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers. Whoa.
So I'm not getting as much pineapple all the way through. You kind of get it up front with like when you get on the nose and everything, but the palate, there's not really as much of it there. It's I don't know if it's the pineapple or it's the wheat, but it's like it almost like the wheat kind of cancels out some of the pineapple.
And there's a little bit of happiness. I mean, it's a wheat ale, not, a hef or...
There's almost like kind of like a skunky hop character that kind of breaks it up mid-palate. Like I get pineapple right on the front, and it almost dissipates like immediately because that hop character kicks in and like cancels it out. I think that's what we're all kind of tasting.
Yeah. It's good. My only thing is when I drink a wheat ale, I like them to be like refreshing. I don't really look at this as a refreshing beer. It's definitely tasty. I can definitely drink another one of these, but it's not one I'd want to like drink on like a hot summer day outside or anything.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with you. I do think this is refreshing. I would drink this on a hot summer day if I wanted a beer like this, but this doesn't quite meet the mark for me. Like I feel like this should have a lot more pristine pineapple character to it than what we're getting. Pristine pineapple.
I agree with you. I think if there was more pineapple flavor, it would be more refreshing, more drinkable. But it's good, but I probably wouldn't seek this out.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right.
I feel like we're pretty unanimous here, but let's go down the line. Jen?
The Mybach.
I'm the same.
Mybach, yeah.
You know, we're all in agreement.
All right.
All right. I don't think we did that last year very often, where
No,
we were all in
no.
agreement. So
So
we got the middle two against each other again. So we've got the Pink Boot Society, the Grapefruit Hefeweizen, versus the very traditional German Mybach from Wisconsin Brewing Company. So a couple last little sips, and then let's figure out who wins this part of the bracket. That's so good.
I'm surprised
This
how much
is
I
not
like
the
it.
one I was expecting
No.
to be great. No offense, Potosi.
Is it that was Potosi or because I picked it?
Both.
Two solid beers.
Yeah, they really are.
This is a good bracket. I think we had some good beers in this one. All right, let's do it. So Jenny, what do you got?
I'm gonna choose the grapefruit. It's surprisingly good. I really wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, and while the Maibock or Mybach is really solid, I just prefer that one. I think it's really well made.
It's darn close between these two for me, but I've got to go with the Mybach on this one. I just think it's just a better made beer. I think what Potosi put out is really, really good, but the Mybach is just crisp, clean. It's just exactly what it needs to be.
So this one's tough for me. I'm really surprised how much I like the grapefruit hef. I was not expecting to like it. I just thought it'd be something kind of different to get. That's
Yeah.
why I got it. But I'm really, really enjoying it. It's really refreshing. It's a surprise for me. And this is I hate to do this, but it's a biased kind of pick, but I really just like the Mybach. I just love Mybach so much, and it's such a good beer. It's so well done, and it hits the mark so well on what a traditional Mybach is supposed to be, which is so refreshing to have. It's such a good, solid kind of beer. So I'm going to take the Mybach.
It's a damn good one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really good choice.
And it's close. It's really, really close.
Those are two tight ones for sure. Absolutely. Well, good stuff. That is the completion of the first round here with our wheat/German beer bracket. So we have the Wisconsin Brewing Company Mybach moving on to the next round. We're on our way to the final round of 6 and then 3, and then hopefully we will have a crowned champion that will earn that wonderful, wonderful German-style mug over there in the corner. So stick around. We've got plenty more of these videos coming. Enjoy the basketball you're watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.